Shillong MP Dr. Ricky A.J. Sinkan passes away at 54. Thousands pay last respects in Shillong and revamp. BAC adjourns assembly session after MP Dr. Ricky A.J. Sinkan's demise. State budget to be presented on Monday. President Murmu and Prime Minister Modi expresses grief over demise of Shillong MP Dr. Ricky A.J. Sinkan. And KHADC curtails session to honour late MP Ricky A.J. Sinkan. The news in detail, and first the local news. Meghalaya is in mourning following the sudden demise of Shillong Lok Sabha MP Ricky A.J. Sinkan, who passed away on Thursday after suffering a cardiac arrest. Here is a report.
Dr. Ricky Andrew J. Sinkan, one of Meghalaya's 2 Lok Sabha members representing Shillong parliamentary constituency, died on Thursday. The 54-year-old, who represented the Voice of the People's Party, suffered a cardiac arrest. He reportedly collapsed while playing football in Maoyong on the outskirts of Meghalaya's capital. He was rushed to Dr. H. Gordon Roberts Hospital, where doctors declared him dead on arrival. Senior district officials, including Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, the Deputy Commissioner and other officials reached the hospital shortly after the incident. Arden Basayamoy, Chief of the Voice of the People's Party, along with party workers and supporters, were also present at the location. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma expressed shock, describing Sinkan as a committed public representative.
I was with late Dr. Ricky Sinkan about 15 days back when we had met in my residence in Delhi. And I recall that I had just landed and the information reached that Honorable MP wanted to meet me. And of course, we fixed a time and we had met. And in that meeting, late Dr. Ricky Sinkan had discussed with me regarding a proposal to establish a National Institute of Social Defense in Meghalaya. And he was very keen. So I requested him to send me a note, which he did, and I still have that message with me. And the last message, of course, he sent was, "Good evening, sir. Please see the note on National Institute of Social Defense for your kind perusal. Regards, Dr. Ricky Sinkan."
Emotional scenes were witnessed outside Dr. H. Gordon Roberts Hospital as the mortal remains of Dr. Sinkan were taken to his late mother's residence at Pokse in Shillong. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi took to X and expressed his condolences. He praised the deceased parliamentarian's effort to serve the people and extended his support to the family members of the leader in this difficult time. Following Dr. Sinkan's demise, the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly today suspended all listed business as a mark of respect. The decision was taken to honor the late leader's service and contribution to public life. Instead of proceeding with the scheduled agenda, the House convened solely to take up an obituary reference.
Something which probably no one expected, for we know him as a passionate public figure who decided to enter into public life, and we could see the passion and the resolve that he had to truly represent the people and take issues confronting the people and the state head on.
But yesterday, sir, when that news came, I was sitting at home. Someone called me over the phone. He said, "Did you hear the sad incident?" I said, "What sad incident?" He says, "Dr. Ricky is no more." I was surprised. I said, "How come?" So I looked out of my window, thinking if that was the case, because to reach Dr. Ricky's house, you have to pass my house. There was no movement. Then that's the time, sir, when you called me to confirm that we'll have to meet this morning. I went to the house yesterday, since I know his siblings who live there, and there was a huge gathering. I felt sad that such a promising young politician, come gentleman actually, he was more of a gentleman than a politician. And like the Honorable Leader of the House said, he would have contributed tremendously to the development of our state as a parliamentarian.
Who is the sitting member of parliament from one Shillong parliamentary seat, as well as the General Secretary of Voice of the People Party, as well as the founder of this political party in the state. I extend my deepest condolences to the family member, and may his soul rest in eternal peace.
At Bokse residence, the air was somber with a large crowd gathered in long queues to pay their last respects to Shillong Lok Sabha MP Dr. Ricky Andrew J. Sinkan. Apart from the common citizens, several political leaders and well-wishers also visited the residence to pay homage to the departed parliamentarian. In the afternoon, his mortal remains were shifted to his residence at Nongsder, Ribhoi district, accompanied by senior leaders of the VPP led by its president Arden Basayamad, along with MLAs, MDCs and other party leaders. A supporter of the Voice of the People party who waited along the MEGHALAYA area in Shillong to catch a glimpse of the mortal remains of the MP expressed deep grief over his sudden demise, stating that the loss is immense for the people who had strongly supported him. Describing his passing as a great loss, the supporter said the sense of grief was beyond words, noting that his tenure had only just begun and that the party had received strong public backing. Dr. Sinkan was known for his active public engagements across the Khasi Jante Hills. He won the 2024 elections by 3.7 lakh votes over his nearest rival, the Congress. His final rites will be held tomorrow.
Kami kadai ke jengbo nanti ke jong ublai kan bentai jong I ngai ki beriau telomi nyemla kan ban modor nyemla kan ban ya ong kumno ru ngai kadai betang ke jengbo ke jong ublai ngai beriau uswa bakran ba ong kumta ngai kai berapa ke jeng kenyak ke jong ublai.
With his sudden passing, Meghalaya has lost a young and dynamic leader. Tributes continue to pour in as the state bids farewell to a committed public servant. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
The Business Advisory Committee of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly today decided to adjourn the House following the demise of sitting Shillong Lok Sabha MP Ricky A.J. Sinkan, who reportedly passed away yesterday due to cardiac arrest. Speaking to the media, Assembly Speaker Thomas A. Sangma said the committee sought the state government's consent as the day was originally scheduled for presentation of the state budget. He informed that a revised session calendar will be placed before the House on Monday for approval.
The BSC had received the consent of the government since it was the day for scheduled for having the budget presentation today. So we had to seek the consent of the government, and the government has given us consent to adjourn the House for the day, for today. And the calendar, revised calendar is being prepared, and which will be presented on Monday with the sense of the House. Then I can announce you the exact calendar, the revised calendar of the House.
When will be the budget session? Means budget will be presented.
Most probably it will be carried over to the next day, which is coming Monday.
Will there be any obituary reference in the House?
Yes, there will be an obituary reference in the House today, after which the House will be adjourned for the day in honor and respect of the departed soul.
Condolences poured in from across the country following the demise of Shillong Lok Sabha MP Ricky A.J. Sinkan. President Draupadi Murmu expressed grief, stating that Dr. Sinkan contributed significantly to Meghalaya's development and worked for the welfare of its people. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan and Prime Minister Narendra Modi also paid tribute, remembering him for his dedicated public service and commitment to the people of Meghalaya. Union ministers including Nirmala Sitharaman, Sarbananda Sonowal and Pabitra Margarita, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi also conveyed their heartfelt condolences. Leaders from across the Northeast and the nation remembered Dr. Sinkan's service with deep respect and gratitude. The Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council today suspended most of its scheduled business on the final day of the budget session as a mark of respect to late Shillong MP Ricky A.J. Sinkan. Following a proposal by Leader of Opposition Titos Tarwel Khan and approval by Deputy Chairman Kinjotlang Rangthong, the House curtailed proceedings, allowing only essential financial matters. Executive Member in Charge Finance Saiborlang Warba moved and secured passage of a 3-month vote on account amounting to 36.99 crore rupees for April to June, ensuring continuity of administration until the full budget is presented in the summer session. The House also passed the KHADC Members' Pension Repealing Bill 2026, abolishing pension benefits for former MDCs. Members observed a 2-minute silence in tribute to the departed parliamentarian. The Nyotrep Youth Council has objected to the recommendation of the expert committee to retain the 1972 reservation policy in its present form. The committee's report was tabled in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly during the ongoing budget session. HYC President Roy Kupar Sinram said that continuation of the existing roster and carry-forward system could adversely affect the community in the future recruitment. He informed that the organization will thoroughly examine the report and submit its views to the government to safeguard the interests of the Nyotrep people.
We want to show that we are very disappointed with the report, with the recommendations made by the expert committee. As a community, as a Nyotrep community, we expected that the expert committee, after having taken the exercise for more than a year to take the views and opinion of various stakeholders, especially from the Nyotrep community, we were expected that the recommendation will favor us as a community.
President of the Karnataka Pradesh Mahila Congress and AICC observer for East Khasi Hills, Soumya Reddy, said the Indian National Congress has begun an internal exercise to strengthen its organization ahead of upcoming elections. Speaking at Congress Bhavan, she stressed internal democracy, grassroots consultations and performance reviews at the assembly level. Reddy also criticized the BJP-led NDA government and said the introspection aims to address gaps, bring fresh ideas and better prepare the party for future polls.
Are traveling across the entire district of which in charge has been given to us. We are meeting we're having meetings in every assembly in the district, and also the block presidents and Mahila Congress, Youth Congress, all frontals, and also even the civil society. The whole intention is to strengthen the Congress, and this particular process is specifically to strengthen the party at the district level.
The Dorbar Shillong of Mourning marked its 100th year with a grand centenary celebration at the village playground. Founded in 1924, the village honored outstanding youths, elders and women for their contributions to society. Umsning MLA Dr. Celestine Lingdo attended as chief guest and Deputy Commissioner of Ribhoi, Abhilash Baranwal as guest of honor. A commemorative souvenir chronicling Mourning's history was also released during the occasion. The Meghalaya State Skill Development Society organized a recruitment drive today in Mairang, aimed at creating employment opportunities for youth of East and West Khasi Hills. Speaking to the media, State Skill Development Officer Samuel Nonglait said the initiative seeks to connect young people with job opportunities outside Meghalaya and overseas, enabling them to gain experience, develop new skills and later contribute to their communities. He informed that multiple sectors are being covered in the drive, with eligible candidates between 18 and 40 years allowed to apply. Meanwhile, the two-day recruitment drive in East Giant Hills was also concluded today.
Ingba kami Meghalaya State Skill Development Society berbelong ya kani recruitment drive kalong ban plelat iki samla la iki nong chong jong ka jela iki jai kam ki ba pher ki ba don shabar jela ba shabari kumjo Habangi pe yakni ka juk ka pamenta lada kikna samla ngi wara yakni ka lat kalenti kikna samla bakin let menteri shabar ki yo ikata ka valuable experience landing kata ka exposure haba ki letri shabar kar komperkat chung kiru ka kala tika rukom treru ki yo ban tu yak ki put kisap ki ba shabar jala shabar jiri ki trikumno.
Moving on to the regional news. Union Home Minister Amit Shah today launched the Vibrant Villages Programme 2 in Kachar district, aimed at strengthening border villages and creating sustainable livelihood opportunities. The 6,839 crore initiative to be implemented till 2028-29 will cover 1,954 villages across 15 states and 2 union territories. In his address, Amit Shah said border villages should be seen as the first villages of India, not the last, and stressed the need for infrastructure at par with mainland regions. The expanded program focuses on roads, tourism, economic growth and curbing migration while enhancing border security. During his visit, the Home Minister will also inspect the BSF's Natunpur border outpost along the Indian.
सबसे ज्यादा रोड बनाने वाला हमारा है। 24,000 किलोमीटर से ज्यादा सड़कों को अपग्रेड किया गया। लगभग सैकड़ों हजारों पुल बनाए और बड़े 4 नए ब्रिज। ये 10 साल में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की डबल इंजन की सरकार ने असम की जनता को दिए।
Now for the national news. India and the United States today signed the pact Silica Declaration at the India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi, aimed at strengthening cooperation in critical minerals, semiconductors and artificial intelligence to build a secure global technology ecosystem. Presiding over the ceremony, Union Minister for Electronics and IT Ashwini Vaishnav said India is committed to taking a leadership role in the semiconductor and electronics sectors. US Ambassador to India Sergio Gore said the partnership reflects limitless potential in trade, defense and technology cooperation. He stated that pact Silica aims to build trusted industrial partnerships, secure the full silicon supply chain and promote responsible and trusted AI globally.
Pact Silica, which is an agreement between many countries with US for the semiconductor supply chain and semiconductor value chain. Today India also became a part of that Pact Silica. It's a very important historic event for us because our semiconductor industry has evolved very well in the last decade. Today we are designing 2 nanometer chips. Our manufacturing ecosystem is coming up. Our equipment manufacturing ecosystem and material manufacturing ecosystem will also come up in the coming years. In that journey, it's very important to position India as a trusted country which the entire world would like to partner with.
India joins Pact Silica, the coalition that will define the 21st century economic and technological order. I'm delighted to welcome Jacob here. I'm also delighted to welcome the OSTP Director, Michael Kratsios, who's the head of our delegation at this very important summit. The U.S. leads in a strategic coalition which is designed to secure an entire silicon stack. From the mines we extract critical minerals, to the fabs where we manufacture chips, to the data centers where we deploy frontier AI. It's a coalition of capabilities that replaces coercive dependencies with a positive sum alliance of trusted industrial bases.
And now for the international news. US President Donald Trump has warned Iran to reach a nuclear agreement with the United States within 10 to 15 days, stating that failure to do so would be unfortunate for Tehran. Speaking to reporters after a Board of Peace inaugural meeting, Trump said the U.S. prefers a negotiated settlement but is prepared for other outcomes if talks collapse. The warning comes amid heightened tensions in the region. Iran recently refused U.S. and Israeli demands to scale back its missiles program and halt support for armed groups. Meanwhile, Iran and Russia conducted joint military drills as a second American aircraft carrier arrived in the Middle East, with both sides signaling readiness for confrontation if diplomacy fails. Regional and global concerns over escalation continue to grow.
Yeah, you said today on Iran, bad things will happen if Iran doesn't make
really
a
bad
deal.
things.
What will that?
I'm not going to talk to you about that.
Okay, can you explain though? What is the goal if there is a U.S. military
Well, we're
strike?
either make a deal or we're going to get a deal one way or the other.
But with a military strike, is it to wipe out their nuclear program?
I'm not going to talk to you about that, but we're either going to get a deal or it's going to be unfortunate for them.
And you said today 10 days. Have you given them a deadline firm to make a deal?
I would think that would be enough time, 10, 15 days, pretty much maximum. Yeah, I have to take.
Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 17 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 29 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity 27%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 11 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity is 43%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature 11 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity 27%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says dry weather is most likely. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Shillong MP Dr. Ricky A.J. Sinkan passes away at 54. Thousands pay last respect in Shillong and Riboy. BAC adjourns assembly session after MP Dr. Ricky A.J. Sinkan's demise. State budget to be presented on Monday. President Murmu and PM Modi expresses grief over demise of Shillong MP Dr. Ricky A.J. Sinkan. And KHADC curtailed session to honour late MP Ricky A.J. Sinkan. Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of the news. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel, thank you for watching and good night.